claimed he owned, and he walked around this gym like he owned the place. I completely assumed that he was who he said he was. Because why would you take me to a business and claim that you own it when you don't? Like, one of the gyms, we met a rendering company, or sorry, a fabrications company, and they actually did renderings for us of what Beast Mode Cafe, the Beast Bar, would look like in the gym. Now, that is a bit crazy when it transpires that you do not own the gym. But I didn't ask for a trade license because he took me into all these businesses and he had offices and desks and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm sure I don't need to tell you how that story turned out, but I've since been educated that what I went through during my brief few months where we were trialing the idea of working together was coercive control. So I did not get the investment that was promised. He never became an investor. He never became my business partner. What he did do was ask me for money, 50,000 dirhams for his friend's company. He asked me for dividends, which is crazy when you're not a legal partner of somebody. He demanded a salary. And when I said no to these things, because they're obviously ridiculous and not legal, and he had no influence or impact in my business whatsoever, his behavior started to get quite unpleasant. There was aggression, some threats, manipulation tactics, telling me, oh, this is why no one's invested in you before, because you're difficult. Oh, I didn't realize you were so combative. And I would walk away from these meetings kind of upset, and I knew something was up. I didn't realize how in depth that situation was. But then I found out from people that he didn't own the gym. He didn't own that business. Then he asked me to put him as a partner on my event company trade license, which I still had at the time. I still had the trade license, and that would have made him the owner of it. So you can see that very quickly someone has dangled this carrot of being an investor, portraying themselves in a certain light. There was also a bit of love bombing in the beginning, like lots of compliments, telling me how wonderful I was as an entrepreneur. And then when the situation changed and it became demands for money and I said no, then he would get very nasty. And then it would be sweetness and light again, and then back to compliments and, oh, we're going to do such amazing things together. And I'd be like, okay, but can we move forward with the investment, and can we sign the paperwork so that you become the investor? No, let's not do that now. Let's just carry on as we are. It's so crazy when I look back on it, and I think, I try not to beat myself up for being naive, and I'm sure that, I'm pretty much know that I am one of many women and many business people that have experienced something similar. So anyway, eventually I got a lawyer involved. I took some of his paperwork to the police, and a sort of letters that he'd sent me saying that he was going to ruin my life if I didn't give him money. He was going to ensure everything went wrong for me.